Hi guys, David O'Sullivan here, and in this video I'll be giving you another top 10 list. And this video I thought I would do something slightly different, so not necessarily a top 10 best of the year, not necessarily a top 10 worst of the year. I may still do a top 10 worst of the year, I haven't done that yet. I'm still deciding whether to do that or not, but in this video I'll be talking about the top 10 most overlooked films of 2016. Now, I thought about doing this video, I've never done anything like this before, most overlooked films, but with 2016 it was a very interesting year because I think there was a lot of very good films. And there's a lot of films that I think a lot of people don't know about. I think there's a lot of films that went under a lot of people's radars and everyone's just talking about the bad ones, and everyone thinks 2016 was a really bad year for film, when in actual fact I thought it was a very good year for film. So I thought I'd do a whole video dedicated just to the 10 films that I think were the most overlooked, and also I ranked these in terms of box office as well. So the one at number 1 made the least at the box office, and even the one at number 10 didn't make that much either. But yeah, because for me, there was a lot of films that came out that were not only really good films, but also did really poorly at the box office. So this is an example of 10 great films I thought that came out in 2016 that flew under a lot of people's radars and should have done a lot better than they did at the box office. A couple of honourable mentions before I begin. The reason I didn't include these in the top 10 was because although I really like these films, they did relatively well. They didn't do amazingly well, but they did better than my top 10. And it's 10 Cloverfield Lane, Midnight Special and Money Monster. I really like these films to varying degrees. I think 10 Cloverfield Lane was by far the best. I really liked that film, I thought it was great. Midnight Special I liked, but it was a little bit too much of a slow burner for me. And then Money Monster was actually surprisingly good. You know, I thought it was going to be really bad, and it was actually a pretty good movie and I actually enjoyed it. So I think they're worthy of honourable mentions. But getting into my top 10 now, coming in at number 10, this made the most out of the 10 films. I chose these 10 films first, and then I decided to rank them in terms of box office because I figured that the one that made the least was probably the most overlooked because not a lot of people went to see it. But coming in at number 10, this film only made 46 million, like worldwide, so you know, not a lot, even this is the most. At number 10 is Eddie the Eagle, and I love this film. Is it the most amazing film ever? No. Is it a little cliche? Is it a little formulaic and stereotypical in terms of following the same familiar tropes of the kind of sports underdog, true story kind of film? Yes, but I absolutely love this film. I think Taron Egerton was great as Eddie the Eagle Edwards, a British ski jumper who wasn't that great, but his heart was in it and he was dedicated and committed to doing the best he absolutely could. A really kind of great inspirational underdog true story. Hugh Jackman in there as well, he was great. I was almost tearing up towards the end. A very inspirational true story underdog sports film, and a really good feel-good film that's not the best film ever, but still a really good fun film that I think should be checked out. So at number 10 is Eddie the Eagle. Coming in at number 9, this movie made slightly less, made 36 million at the box office, and this movie should have done so much better because it was so great, one of the best of the year. Just missed out on a place in my top 10 best films of 2016, that is The Nice Guys. Oh, this film was so great. I don't know why lots of people didn't know about it. They didn't go and see it. And yes, it's not a big action movie, it's not a comic book movie, but you know, the star power of Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling there in the two leads, as well as Shane Black writing and directing, I thought this movie would have done a lot better than it did. It came out in the summer, so maybe, you know, it suffered, and it probably did because a lot of people were going to see the really bad summer films instead of the really good film. Obviously everyone's going to go see the big blockbuster, even if they're bad. And then the film like The Nice Guys, which was one of the best films of the year, no one goes and sees it, you know. It's like, so maybe it would have done better if it came out like September time perhaps, but I thought it was a great film. I really enjoyed it. Like a crime comedy drama buddy cop film. Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling were terrific in the two leads, great chemistry with one another, really well directed, a really great film. I thought that should definitely be checked out. So at number 9 is The Nice Guys. Coming in at number 8, this film made 27 million, and take into account this is worldwide box office. It only made 27 million worldwide, and that is hell or high water. One of my best films of 2016, came in at number 3 in my top 10 best of the year. I thought this film was absolutely fantastic. It was really great. I mean, a lot of people have seen it, you know. I don't think a lot of people saw it when it first came out, but people have seen it now over the time with word of mouth. It's got really good word of mouth. People have seen it now, but Again, another one that came out summertime. I think it came out like August. I think it flew under the radar for a lot of people. Not a lot of people knew about it, I don't think. I didn't really know much about it. I hadn't even seen the trailer when I went to see this film, but I'd heard it was supposed to be really good, so I went to go and see it, and I ended up absolutely loving it because I didn't really know much of what it was really about. Like I said, I hadn't even seen the trailer, but a really great modern western, a crime heist road movie with these two brothers, really great performances. And if you think, oh, this is going to be a bit of like an artsy kind of like drama, I mean, it's not an action movie, but it is a really great film, and I think it's really deserving to be checked out. And I think a lot of people should really go out and support this film because it's a really great film. It deserves to do a lot better. So, Hell or High Water. Coming in at number 7, this film hasn't been out for very long. It's made 22 million so far, and that is Nocturnal Animals. Now this film is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, I get that. It's not going to be for everyone, not at all. But, you know, if you're a film fan, it's definitely going to be checked out. I think it was a really great film. Tom Ford there directing a really quite different film as well. And people were going about, oh, we want great original different films. Well, this is that, you know, go out and support this, you know, it's great, you know, it's not like anything else that came out in 2016. Yeah, you know, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, like I said. Quite different. This kind of, what is it, I don't know, like a neo-noir kind of crime thriller almost. I mean, it was really great. The great performances there. Amy Adams, Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Shannon and Aaron Taylor-Johnson really blew me away. They are fantastic. It may get nominated for some awards, I don't know, but I get it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. This isn't a film for everyone, but if you're a passionate film fan and really like and respect and admire film, you've got to check this film out. So, Nocturnal Animals. Coming in at number 6, again, this film hasn't been out for that long really. It's made 14 million so far, but that's The Age of 17. And I absolutely love this film. Another film that was so close to making my top 10. It made my honourable mentions, but a really great teen comedy film. And more than that, it was a great film. It wasn't just a teen comedy. It kind of transcended the genre almost. I mean, it was a great teen comedy film, but it was a film that everyone can relate to. Everyone can relate to these problems and these struggles and what the character was going through. Even though it's an American teenage girl, you know, Haley Steinfeld did a great job, but there's all these very kind of universal kind of themes and issues in this film that are explored that everyone can relate to, and it's a really great fun film that I think people should check out because it was really good. Coming in at number 5, another best of the year, only made 13 million at the box office, and that is Sing Street. Again, this is getting a lot of kind of, it's got a really good critical acclaim. A lot of people that have seen it rave about it and say it's one of the best ones of the year. I do think it was really great. I don't think it was one of the best of the year. I did really enjoy the film though. I do think it was really good. And it's a film that it's definitely worth people seeing, because I think, unlike something like Nocturnal Animals, which is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, I think everyone will love Sing Street. It's really great. There's not really anything not to like about it. A really great, fun, coming of age, making of a band musical type film. I think it worked better as a making of a band film than a coming of age film. I think The Age of 17 was a better coming of age film, but still a great film. Really great characters there you can latch onto, really great songs as well, and just a really great fun time. You know, I think everyone will really love Sing Street. Again, not a lot of people have seen it, and I have to admit, I didn't see it when it first came out. It did flow under the radar for me as well. It's the only one on this list that I didn't see in the cinema. But over time I was like, everyone was raving about this one. I was like, I've got to check it out, and it was really good. I get why people are going on about this. I can tell why the people that love it really love it, especially if you're really passionate about music and playing instruments. I think you'll really love this film. So, Sing Street. Coming in at number 4, another one of my best of the year that just missed out on a place in my top 10, that is Queen of Katway. I think this film was incredible. It was really great, and I can understand why you do that well, because it's a Disney live action film. And, you know, the history of Disney live action films isn't very good. They never do that well, I don't think, at the box office, other than Pirates of the Caribbean, of course. But Queen of Katway was so good because it was quite different for Disney. It was a true story, you know, and a biographical sports drama, really, and a really inspirational, uplifting film, a really feel-good film that I think people will really love. It's not done that well. It's only made 10 million at the box office. I think it flew under the radar. It came out at that time when, you know, not a lot of people kind of bothered about going to the cinema kind of just after summer, but before the awards season. But a fantastic film. I thought that I got more emotional watching Queen of Katway than any other film that came out in 2016. Not that it's a sad, upsetting film, I just got really emotional because of how uplifting and inspirational it was about these characters, especially David Oyelowo's character, who was so committed and dedicated to helping other people. And it was just so uplifting to watch such a feel-good film and a true story as well. A really great film that should definitely be checked out. So, Queen of Katway. Coming in at number 3 now, starting off the top 3, this film only made $5 million at the box office. This is insane, but it's Hunt for the Wilderpeople, a great comedy. I thought Taika Waititi, so great. I'm not the biggest fan of comedies, but there's something about Taika Waititi's kind of sense of humour and the comedy that he does in his films. It's really relatable. It's really just fresh and funny and different. And Hunt for the Wilderpeople was just so great. You know, the two main characters there, the young boy and the older guy, the juxtaposition of that relationship and the forced to work together, and the kind of bizarre, kind of surreal absurdistness of them running off in like the jungle on the run. It's kind of like Thelma and Louise in a way, but instead of two women, it's like an old guy and a little kid, and they're just teaming up off on the run out in the jungle, running away from the authorities. It's such a crazy, funny film that I really enjoyed. Actually, I enjoyed it way more than I thought I was going to. A really great, funny comedy film that I think should definitely be supported. Probably one of the best films of the year. It didn't make it onto my personal top 10, but really great. It should definitely be supported. So, Hunt for the Wilderpeople. Coming in at number 2 now, this film only made $4 million in the box office. I can kind of understand why, because it was quite a weird, different, out there film. It was Swiss Army Man, another film that made it onto my top 10 best of the year. And I thought this film was great. Again, it's not going to be for everyone, but I feel like if you look past the kind of absurdist, kind of surrealness of it, it's actually a really great film that I think people can relate to, because it's got a lot of deep human messages there, a lot of underlying themes and messages beneath the kind of crazy visualness of it that people can relate to. Because I thought it was going to be a bit of a novelty, gimmicky, jokey, silly film. I don't think I was going to be able to like relate to it and enjoy it as much as I did, but I was really able to connect with the film, relate to the characters, relate to the themes and messages that were explored and put across in the film. And it was also a great film visually, really funny as well, great performances. It's not a film for ignorant, narrow-minded people, but if you're a person who's got an open mind and you're up to anything, then it should definitely be checked out. If you're not open to something being different and out there, you're not going to like this film. But if you're open to something, doing something different, and you really want to accept something that is different, then I think you should go out and support Swiss Army Man, because it was a really great film and I think deserves to be a lot much better than it did. Coming in at number 1 now on my top 10 most overlooked films of 2016, I guarantee this is a film that a lot of people probably haven't even heard of, but it is High Rise. Again, another kind of polarising, divisive film amongst fans and critics. It's not a film for everyone, not at all, but I actually loved High Rise. I thought it was great. You know, it's my kind of comedy. It's like a dark comedy, really. This kind of darkly comedic social satire. Again, not everyone's going to love this film, but I thought it was really great. Tom Hiddleston there in the lead role. And again, I'm surprised it didn't do better than it did, actually, because it's got quite a lot of big stars in it. Tom Hiddleston, Sienna Miller, Luke Evans, Jeremy Irons. But, you know, obviously people were like, what the hell is that? Or maybe people didn't even know about it, because it did get a wide release in both the UK and the US, you know, even though it's an independent British film. I've got to support the independent British films, but it didn't do that well at all. And I'm not that surprised, because it is quite different. You know, it's not a big action movie or anything, but I think it should be supported, because I thought it was really great. Ben Wheatley, very kind of acclaimed British filmmaker, his films are quite polarising, well, at least High Rise was anyway. It's not going to be for everyone, but I personally really enjoyed it. And if you're a fan of kind of darkly comedic films, or films that kind of like, it's a social satire almost, it's kind of like a reflection of our own society, but it's set in the 70s, yet at the same time it's a futuristic vision of the 70s, and I thought it was really great. So yeah, my number 1 most overlooked film of 2016 is High Rise. And there we have it. That was my top 10 most overlooked films of 2016. The 10 films I thought a lot of people really didn't know about and were kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people. A lot of people didn't go and see. They didn't do very well at the box office. So if you think 2016 was a bad year for films, go and watch the films on my top 10 best of the year and my top 10 most overlooked films of the year. Then come back to me, because this was a great year for film. And there's even a lot of films that haven't appeared on both of these 2 lists as well. So yeah, I think it was a good year for film. There was just a lot of films that I think flew under the radar for a lot of people. A lot of films that weren't big blockbuster comic book movies that people didn't really know about, and as a result they didn't go and see, they didn't go and support, and people just ended up seeing the bad films. But there was a lot of great films, and I think my top 10 most overlooked films of 2016 really reflects that. The films I thought that were really good but kind of were very much overlooked. So there we have it. What do you think about my list? And what do you think about 2016 as a whole, as a year for film? Did you think it was a great year? Did you think it was a not so great year? Obviously for blockbusters it wasn't that great, but I really feel like the films on this list should be checked out and should be supported because I thought they were all really great. And that pretty much brings this video to an end. If you like this, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe if you want to see more. But for now, I've been David O'Sullivan. I'll see you next time.